I say, what brings you joy? The beach.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Huh?
What is it?
3 answered prayers that no doubt were all God. It does be answered
Come on,
prayers.
question asker. These some good questions. Digging deep, baby.
One of them was, it was a very short prayer because it was an emergency one.
Okay.
But I spun out on the interstate with my son in the car. He was maybe like 1.5-ish.
Wow.
Another one was, it's not pertaining to me, but my dad, last year or the year before, I want to say the year before, he was sepsis. He ended up getting pneumonia. He was sepsis, took him to the hospital. They basically were killing him. We had to move him to another hospital.
Wow.
Because everything was failing. And we were obviously praying. Another one was just getting me through hard times. Several times.
Yes, girl.
That was a deep question.
Her scripture and what brought it to life for you? Okay, so I guess my favorite scripture is Isaiah 26:3. If you keep your mind on him, he'll keep you in perfect peace. And that scripture brought me through so many times. Every time I have a situation that I'm like, everything's going around, you just focus your mind and you have this peace. And it's just, it doesn't make any sense.
Come on.
It doesn't. You're like, you should have been running around the walls, but you're calm. And I always use that throughout the years. And it's been many, many years, but that's always my go-to scripture.
That's good.
That calming effect, yeah. Let me make sure I
Yeah.
misquote. Make sure I
That's
misquote.
it. Yeah, that's it. You will keep in perfect peace those whose mind are stayed. I think it's in Matthew too, where it is talking about the peace that surpasses all understanding. I don't know. It's another one, but that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, what is your favorite food to consume that you have no business eating or drink? Laugh out loud, and it got that face like.
You're right, all of that.
How's that face again?
All of
It's
that.
like. I would say chocolate chip cookies.
My favorite.
The Pillsbury kind that you gotta.
You gotta slice off and bake. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I can eat a whole pack. And have a sugar rush.
Yeah.
Drink, I don't drink, but if I would, it would be like the barefoot pink. Yeah, it's a barefoot. Yeah.
Favorite artist, secular Christian gospel, and my favorite movie.
Okay.
So Elevation Worship, of course.
Yeah.
Maverick City.
Oh my God.
Are you a Chandler lover? I love Chandler. Oh gosh. Well, Ryan Gosling, because I just saw The Notebook. Right? It's still. You seen it?
Yes.
Makes me cry. The Notebook.
What is it about?
Oh my goodness. Ryan Gosling and The Notebook. So he, they meet as young people, as sweethearts, right? And you gotta watch it because
A wise woman who prevented disaster was her wisdom and was later blessed with marriage to King David, who is.
Was the hand or?
Was it no, not Delilah.
A wise
Abigail.
woman. Yep, who is Abigail? 1 Samuel 25. Though fictional, she represents an ideal woman of virtue, wisdom, and strong love for her
Proverbs
husband.
31.
All right. All right. Bad love. Betrayed Samson for money, showing Judges 16. Bad love. Look back at her past instead of trusting in God, leading her to the downfall.
That was Solomon
And
Gomorrah.
she don't never have a name. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah.
Lot's wife. She never has a name. Yep. Genesis 19:26. Bad love. Lied alongside her husband Ananias and suffered judgment from God. Sapphira, Acts 5:1-11. Good love. Though she struggled with doubt, she remained faithful to God's promise and was honored in her marriage to Abraham.
Sarah.
Sarah, Genesis 17. Who is Sarah? All right. A woman who prayed, good love. A woman who prayed for a child and was blessed by God. While her husband, while her husband Elkanah loved her even in her barrenness. Who was her adversary? Who was her person?
Penina.
Yeah, you look at that. I love it. Okay, girl. All right. Good girl, good love. A queen who used her influence to save her people.
Esther.
Earning the respect of her husband, King Xerxes. Esther 1-10. Bad love. She loved David at first, but later despised him for his worship because he was dancing around, showing misplaced priorities. Who is the bad love?
Michal, I like this King Saul's daughter.
Michael, David's wife, yep. 2 Samuel 16. Marika's trying to ask where she got a part. 2 Samuel 16. Bad love. Tried to seduce Joseph and falsely accused him when he resisted.
Potiphar's wife.
Was his face in the driveway?
Potiphar's wife. Genesis 39.
She's bad.
Was it someone's
She was
face in the
bad.
driveway?
Okay.
No.
She was awful.
Okay, let me see.
But she
Good love. A woman who humbly accepted God's will and was honored in her role with Joseph standing by her.
Oh, Mary.
Who is Mary? Luke 1-2. Good love. A loyal widow who waited for her Boaz and was rewarded with a godly husband. Ruth. Good job. Okay, this is bad love. A wicked queen who led her husband Ahab into idolatry and destruction.
Jezebel.
Who is Jezebel? 1 Kings 16. Oh, bad love. Here we go. One more. The unfaithful wife of Hosea represented spiritual adultery, though God still showed her mercy through Hosea's love.
Oh, Gomer.
Gomer, yep, who is Gomer? Hosea 1-3. Gomer. Those were the ones considered bad love. Okay, so reflection question. What makes love good or bad in God's eyes?
What makes it good is what he says about it, being patient, kind. Or is that a test question?
No, that was just an open reflective. She said sin makes it good or bad. That determines where your love gonna lie. You said
Good if they practicing what God says about it, being patient, kind, loving. It's not selfish, it's not rude, it's not boastful. All those things. That's what make it good. So the opposite of that would make it bad.
so. That would be a great conversation. You ever have a conversation with somebody who is not a believer or who's on the fence, and when they start talking about love and all that, you can kind of say, "I got some scriptures or some people in the Bible I want you to read." Now y'all know where to go. Okay, and then which of these women do we relate to most, and what can we learn from them?
Jezebel.
Ooh, oh my goodness.
So that right there tells you the power of a woman and what happened. She enticed her husband to do bad stuff. So I'm not getting married soon. I've been married before, and some of these sisters have been married. But one of the number one thing, you don't ever want to entice your husband to do evil. And what she did, she had him going, well, he was worshiping Baal. And he was polyamorous. He had two women. Yeah, that's poly, that's two. He had her, and can you imagine what that's like in the house?
A hot mess.
And that's going on right now in society, and people think that's normal, and that's what we should do. But of course, God is against that. So you may encounter people who are practicing that lifestyle. Make sure you're
sister
able.
wives?
Yeah. Make sure you're able to share with them the dilemma in that, because they think it's normal, and it's not. It was women. Anybody want to share, elaborate what it was? Sisters? You want me to go ahead? Okay. You sure?
Yeah, you go.
Okay, so the good love and the bad love. So the bad love was like Delilah, Jezebel. Who else did we say, y'all? Potiphar's wife.
Ruth.
No, Ruth was good. The good love was Ruth.
Oh, I know.
Lot's wife.
Lot's wife was the bad. Yeah. So we had good love and what you and what you learned from those women who had the bad love and the ones who had the good love. I think one sister said that she felt she wasn't a Proverbs 31 woman, but another sister came and said, yes, you are. You are these things. And she said, well, maybe I am. Okay. Sometimes we got to have someone else to bring something out of us to understand, yes, we are there, you know. Only thing different was she just didn't have her husband yet. That's okay. Guys, would you rather marry now with just okay chemistry or wait for someone who deeply connects with you even if it takes years?
Wait.
Wait.
I've been waiting. I'm getting married next week. But years ago, I prayed over that I was going to be someone to get married, right? And that was like 2019, 2018. And during that time, there have been different guys that I dated. And there was one guy that nice, sweet, hit all like the all the little check marks. But I knew deep down inside that it wouldn't be like I'm settling. Nice guy, great, everything.
That man say that your man should have, or you as a woman now you should have, and not looking at. I was thinking of all the things I could do to make him happy, and not realizing was God leading me into the things that I had been taught by people, by all these women's conferences, singles ministry conferences. I even went to some married couple conferences, and they were like, "Where's your husband? He's not here yet." You see what y'all talking about? I just didn't know he wasn't here. But I was going to the conference. I just wanted to be at the conference to figure out it's been so long. What is going on? But the actual, like now where I have matured to say, you know what, God, I'll wait. And to hear more now that pastors and first ladies are really actually praying for single women and single men to get married, because it's a unified thing to me, in my opinion, what I've been learning.
Would you rather go on a mission trip solo or wait until you have a spouse to travel with? Solo. Solo for you?
So Ruth gleaned in the cash, like give me your wallet. So Ruth gleaned in the field until evening, like he's let me shop all day. Then he threshed
break it down.
The barley he gathered, and it amounted to about an ephah. She carried it back to town. And her mother, and she didn't even have to hide it in her trunk.
She did not. Brought that thing right out.
Stuff, right? And her mother-in-law saw how much she had gathered. Ruth also brought out and gave her what she had left over after she had eaten enough.
All right.
So she went down to the threshing floor that night and followed the instructions of her mother-in-law. After Boaz had finished eating and drinking and was in good spirits, he lay down. Wait till that man good spirits.
That's right, you gotta be in a good mood.
He lay down at the far end of the pile of the grain and went to sleep. Then Ruth came quietly, uncovered his feet, and lay down. Around midnight, Boaz suddenly woke up and turned over. He was surprised to find a woman laying at his feet. "Who are you?" he asked. "I am your servant Ruth," she replied. "Spread the corner of your coverings over me, for you are my family's redeemer."
Then he said, "Blessed are you of the Lord, my daughter, for you have shown more kindness at the end than at the beginning, in that you did not go after young men, whether poor or rich. And now, my daughter, do not fear. I will do for you all that you request. For all the people of my town know that you are a virtuous woman.
Now, it is true that I am a close relative. However, there is a relative closer than I. Stay this night, and in the morning it shall be that if he will perform the duty of a close relative for you, good, let him do it. But if he does not want to perform it,